Hi Leos, welcome to your reading for the month of August. I hope you guys are having a good season so far. Happy birthday. You guys are up first, of course, because it's your birthday season. I hope you guys are having a good, just a good time. Overall, with having your ruler, the sun, in your own sign, it's just a magical time for Leo. So take it all in, all right? You deserve some good times, some good vibes, some good frequencies, and some new memories to add to your list. So I hope you guys will have a lovely time. And we're just gonna tune into this energy because this is not just your regular Leo season this year. We kind of are, you guys are sort of like riding this wave of the retrograde frequencies and energies at the same time. So there's just so much focus on the Venus retrograde, which is also in your sign. And then we have Mercury retrograde coming up at the end of, the moment, actually, the day the sun leaves your sign, moves into Virgo, Mercury retrograde, begins. Obviously, we will be dealing with some shadow of that in your season, but overall, I'm just sensing that because we're dealing with the retrograde energy, on top of the fact we have 2 full moons in the month of August, it's just a little crazy out there. And nothing to fear, because I'm not about instilling any fear. I'm just saying, like, just keep your energy open, keep your options open, keep your eyes open, keep your heart open, your mind open. Just be, you know, open to whatever wants to come out. This Venus retrograde as well, like, a lot of people are also talking about it. Just overall feel like, because it's a Venus retrograde in your sign, Leo, it's like a lot of matters when it comes to like the heart. People all of a sudden maybe a feeling that they might have had kind of explodes almost. What I'm feeling, I want to say, like, it kind of just grows really quickly, and then becomes kind of such a dominant feeling within them that can't help but just go out there, be out there, like show it to the world, basically. This could be sort of a passion for something. This could be like something you want to start and feel motivated towards. Or maybe it is a person, or it's a past person, or it's just feelings and things that can also really, on the other side of the scale, can sort of vanish. Like all of a sudden you have this clear vision of like, I'm feeling this way, I've been feeling this way, I don't know exactly why, but I just know that that feeling is just there. And now I'm noticing that what is behind that is sort of lifting itself, like it's sort of showing itself. It's really like having that clear mind, that clear thought, that vision of like, I understand now why I've been feeling this way, because behind that did and this and this, is something that's been playing in the background, and I couldn't really tap into it. I couldn't really understand what was playing in the background, but now I see, now I understand. And from that space you can sort of detach yourself from that emotion that just was, that raw emotion that was just there, that feeling that was there, and it kind of just kept lingering in sort of a loop. And really having the understanding of like what's behind that, and what is the driving energy of those feelings. With that, you can actually clear it out, make clean, start a clean slate. And it's very empowering. It's a very empowering energy that I'm sensing. So I'm just gonna, lay that on the table for you guys. Let's just move forward and start your reading off. Your solar reading, kind of, it's a reading for your season. It's also a reading for this, next 12 months for you guys. All right, here we go. What do we have for Leos? I just want to free out the space. I don't want to put too much labels and things on this reading. I just want the right messages to come to you for this month, Leo. What's coming in for Leos? Here we go. Woo-hoo. Okay, now it's Kali is coming through. Very strong energy. She is most definitely like sort of the goddess of, I want to say destruction, but it's more like, endings and new beginnings. It's like we need to release something, we need to see something, we need to understand something from a different perspective, with her third eye chakra coming through like that. And then new things can flourish, new things can grow. right? Sometimes we're trying to repot and plants into soil that is kind of overstretched. It's like it's full with roots. It already had, you know, a different plant or different root system taking all the nutrition out of it, and now we're trying to replant a new, you know, a plant in same soil. It's kind of like, you know, we need to like release that. We need to add new soil. We need to start with more nutrition and things with more capacity to nurture and to take care. And that's what I'm feeling as well for you guys. It's like whether you're entering a new relationship with whoever and whatever level, or you're trying to revitalize like a current connection or a current job or brand, what is it, like corporation or something you're working with, like you're sort of trying to re-enter it from a new space, from a new angle. It's like the old must be released in order for the new to enter. So understanding that sometimes it takes for us to take a little bit of a walk on the, you know, on the other side of the scale. It's like we might be questioning, like, you know, normally around this time of the year I feel like this and I feel like that and, you know, all of this, but I can't really tap into that. I kind of feel the complete opposite. I feel like there's pull backwards instead of this push forward. And so trying to sort of navigate through those energies, but the understanding that in order to flourish, in order to grow, in order to, you know, show up in the world, Leo, as you guys do, it is important to understand what is being reflected back to you from your subconscious energy. All right, we have 4 cards. I'm just gonna, we have 5. I'm just gonna go with it for now. They ask you to take a leap of faith, easy does it, sensitivity, and go outside. So they're really letting you know that if you're capable of sort of allowing a balanced energy to come into whatever you're trying to achieve, so whatever you're have your mindset on, whatever you're trying to work towards, if you're allowing yourself to enter into that new space and have, you know, have that open-minded thinking, but also integrate that energy of like easy does it, meaning that there's no need to force things to happen. We don't have to give it 100% work hard, play hard mode, and then only we'll be able to achieve all those, you know, results that we're, you know, trying to achieve and working towards. It's like everything occurring in divine timing. You show up, you do the work, right? You do the physical work, you show up. You either take someone out on a date, or you're trying to invest, or you're trying to have the communication, like you're trying to show up and do the work, yes. But then there's also this other side of the work. It's like understanding certain subconscious conversations you might have. Maybe you come from a place of insecurity, and that's why you're sort of overgiving of yourself. And this Venus retrograde, really use her energy to get that closer intel. And that's the work that the universe also asking you to do. And that take time with that. Give yourself grace with that journey, because it will definitely help you forward. And I'm just sensing that there's this new sense of it's like this prideful energy kind of goes into, yes, being proud of yourself, but more like it's just like a natural feeling of gratitude for who you are, gratitude for what you can do, gratitude for your skills and your abilities and your ways and your resilience. So it's almost like that thing that maybe used to be connected to the validation of the outside source, and that's why you felt you kind of had to do the most, or a little bit of the, you know, more than other people or whatever, because you felt like you were identifying with that in the world. I feel like right now you're showing up because what you feel is like you have something to offer naturally. It's like it comes from a different space, but still gets you the results, still gets you the connection from the outside world to you, but you feel better receiving it. That's really something I'm saying, they're also letting you know, like, take those breaks, go outside, take those, whatever way, shape, form you can ground yourself, but also revitalize your energy. Understand that you need fresh air. You just need it. Your brain needs it. Your everything needs it. Okay, I can go on and on and on. It could be like your mind, your soul, your spirit, your lungs, your mind, your skin, like all kinds of sides of, but you need it because you're being also hypersensitive towards everything on the opposite of that situation. So giving yourself that grace, understanding that you are invested and you're doing the work, even if you take a day off, even if you take an afternoon to go to the beach, it's still putting in the work. It's still trying to connect with that part of yourself that will help you actually move forward. All right, let's move forward. Let's move forward to the tarot. Okay, so first and foremost, obviously, we have a full moon on 1st of August in Aquarius. So that's your 7th house. Obviously, when we're dealing with the 1st house energy, the sun and the signs, we also have to deal with some 7th house energy. So once again, I'm sensing that having Venus retrograde in your sign really strongly connects to that moon. Look at that. You already have the 2 of Cups. We already have the 2 of Cups right now. Wow. Beautiful, Leo. So that's you and another person. How you show up. What you... It's like you showing up in a union, right? 2 of Cups. You show up with your cup and you're willing to offer your cup, and you love giving your cup. Like you love just showing love. You love, doing stuff for people that really, really are close to you. Get that Leo shower, like that Leo treatment, right? They see how giving you are, how inclusive you are, how open-minded you are, and loving and dedicated and passionate about protecting them and showing them a good time and all of that, and seeing a person flourish in that energy gives you something beautiful. But what about the cup of the other person? Like sometimes being a giver like you are, Leo, sometimes it's hard to know exactly what your needs are. Needs, not wants, but needs from another person in order to feel an equal level of partnership, to feel like it's revitalizing you and you don't have to go outside this union, and gain that energy back that you're giving in that relationship, whether that is romantic or friendship or family, someone who's close to you. Go outside of that and then revitalize yourself with some other source. How can you sort of feel like that is an ever extending equalness of energy, and so it doesn't deplete you, it just it fills you back up. Giving fills you up and receiving fills you up, and that balanced energy. The same goes for the other person. Sometimes having needs can be integrated into feeling a sense of vulnerability and a position of being vulnerable, that the other person is not able to meet those expectations, meet your needs, which equals you either feeling unloved, unwanted, disappointed, neglected. And if you then are capable of actually receiving something from the giving versus being able to sort of replenish your energy elsewhere, then you don't have to show up with those many needs, equals that level of vulnerability and understanding what it is you really truly need. Some people live their entire lives like that, not really being capable of unraveling having those needs, being showing up with those like as a request, not because they're not open to receive, not because they don't trust the other person, just simply because they're not comfortable with that level of vulnerability inside a connection. And it's kind of self-protection. But it can be a subconscious, once again, you know, it could be a subconscious thing that's kind of just taking its space and reflect it back to you, right? It's like who you see in another person is a side of yourself. That's what it's reflecting. So that seventh full moon, well, the moon, you know, in Aquarius on the 1st, for some of us 31st of July, for some of us 1st of August, depends on where you live. Doesn't really matter. It's a 7th house energy for you, for my Leo risings. And then we also have your new moon coming up, which is the 16th of August, and so 15 days after. And then right before we close out the month, we have an 8th house energy. So I'm really sensing that this has to do with you and other people. This whole month is kind of, you know, you and the world in a grander scale, you and your community, you and your close friends, you and your romantic relationship, you and your children, or maybe children you want, you and your relationship to your parents or your caretakers, you in connection to your siblings. It's like, who are you? Where do you stand? Not based on how much people have been willing to show you how much they appreciate and love you. No, who are you in there? How do you show up? What brings you a level of excitement? What brings you a level of anxiety? You know, how well are you in tune with your own emotions versus what their emotions are? How important are yours versus theirs on that scale? Understanding that will give you such a brand new perspective on where to go next. And you can always reach for success, Leo. Like, there's no stopping you from reaching a level of success in this lifetime. That's just what you get, you know, with having Leo in your chart like that. But how you feel about that success and how you feel about being on top of that mountain and being the king of the goddamn jungle, okay? It's like there is a difference there, and you hold that power. Once again, like I said, you can achieve anything you want to do. Honestly, you guys, you don't really need me, okay? You don't need me at all, or anyone for that fact. It's like, you know the special ingredients and things, and there's no stopping you when you have your mind set on something. But the energy it comes from and how you in the end result feel about yourself, and about your success and how proud you can be of yourself, instead of doing it from a place of being prideful, there's a big change there. And you start to notice it. So it's not about how to achieve success. No, it's like, but how to feel different about it, about the success you are about to achieve. It's the way you're achieving your success in. So all the love we give, Leo, that's what I'm getting right now. No matter who we love, if we gave somebody our all and, you know, the person just turned around and cheated on us, or weren't capable of receiving it in the first place with an open heart versus not being able to reciprocate it at all, eventually all that love, whether it was received or returned, will come back to us through a different channel. It always does. It has to come back to us. The love that we give comes back to us. The pure love, the pure intention of just wanting to give that and are giving it, and without resentment, it comes back to us, finds us back to us. But we have to call it home. We have to call it home back to us. And that is by understanding certain blockages and stuff that we might have, certain roadblocks that we might have, created in our own lives or in our own minds, in our own hearts. Having coping mechanisms doesn't mean you found the way out. It's just you're being able and capable of coping inside a situation that, you know, needs a different approach in order to actually break that cycle. So you're calling a lot of that a lot of that given energy back home to yourself. That's what I'm feeling. And it's not necessarily only like conscious work, like now I'm going to do this meditation and now I'm letting it go and now I'm, you know, having this revelation. It's also really just an energetic shift and change, and it just automatically makes you want to react different, talk different, respond different, try something different, take some distance, or actually pull something closer to you. So it's like that guidance is shifting and changing there. All right, what else for my Leos? King of Wands. Oh, damn, Leos. Okay, now. I told you. Like, no matter what, you'll never run out of anything. Not truly. It can feel like that. But understanding that maybe for you guys, it's patience. Maybe something that used to just work, and it just, you know, always has this effect, and it always works like that. And now I've just not been seeing any results, and I go on and on and on, and I feel more and more, you know, defeated about this situation because it's just not working. It is working in divine timing. If it's the only thing that stands between you and your results that you want is timing, what are we worried about? Well, what is it that, you know, it's trying to teach us then? What is it it's trying to teach you, Leo? Patience, faith, trust, balance, peace, harmony, contentment, understanding that everything comes in its own season. And then if there is a lesson there in this, I know, patience is for you. It just feels like you're sometimes just, it can be excruciating. It can be just completely just like you're so restless. Like I'm trying to put these cards, it just won't go. You see, that's the thing, Leo. It's like, I don't like it when I don't know when it's coming. Like I just want to, you know, I just don't like it. Put your energy elsewhere. Put your energy and your focus elsewhere. Take some distance, because that's the thing with the cards as well. They want to be connected, just not at the hip. The moment I start touching them, they're starting to go like that. So detach yourself a little bit from the focus on when I achieve this, when this is happening, when that happens, when that person calls, when I get that email, that's when I can breathe, that's when I'm fine. No, you know, because then you're giving your power away to the timing you can control. Once again, this is steady, this is a yes, this is a oh hell yes, but we gotta take it easy, we gotta be steady, we gotta do one thing at a time. But it's gonna come, and it's gonna come in such a form and way that it's not just a quick fix and not just a quick win and a lucky guess. It's about, no, it's something sustainable. It's something that has firm foundation. This is a firm foundation where you can build an empire with, or on top of. This is a whole kingdom that we're going to build. So we don't want that on a land or on grounding that basically in 4 years, you know, it's already promised to another company or whatever, and then we kind of just take everything away. It's like sustainability is key with this way you're working towards what you're working on, and doing that inner work as well. It's like that is all about sustainability. That's something that you can take anywhere, to approach it to anything in your life. And same goes with just having unidentified trauma or unidentified coping mechanisms that actually hold you back from receiving the things that you so deeply want and are craving for. So 7 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, the Moon, and the 9 of Pentacles, it's gonna come in. Look at that. Told you. Success every single time, Leo. Success every single time. You are successful. You are celebrated. The world isn't going crazy. They're not leaving you behind, Leo. We need you, okay? Like, it's the moment the sun starts to shine, like the sun just stops shining within a week. Like, we're kind of beyond, like, saving, okay, as a world. Like, planet Earth, we can't go without the sun for, like longer than a week. Like, no daylight at all. Like, within a week, we're starting, certain damage is starting to happen to the planet that can be undone. So, let alone, we can't. We can't do without you, Leo. But that doesn't mean that there aren't days and seasons where we have to do without the sun a little bit. And so what does the sun do? The sun will continue to shine, just not for the whole entire world, but for itself. So understand that sometimes if you retreat, they can't figure it out for, a period of time. They're just gonna have to come up with certain resources and things in order to make it happen for themselves, instead of calling Leo to come and fix it. Make me feel better, Leo. Can you do it for me? You're so smart. You always know what to say. You always know what to do, Leo. You always surprise me. You're so fun to be around. Your energy gives me so, lifts me up. It's like all the things. The 5 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Cups. You have other responsibilities. You got other stuff to do. Yeah. The balance will come again. That's what I'm feeling. Strength card, Knight of Wands. Yep. For some of you, you have an online platform, or you're thinking about an online platform. I want to tune in for that for 1 second, because it's a side note for some. It's like you have an online platform and you just excited about putting something out, and here goes people with very low frequency messages, basically, if we can put it that way. Understand that also is just part of this thing playing out, trying to get you close to yourself, trying to reach success, yes, but then feel much better about yourself, feel much closer to yourself, instead of being able to stamp on your feelings and appreciation and things like that. It's like, yes, it's nice if it comes, but we're not out here trying to create things in order to have that, so then we continue to build that. It's not about that. It's about, I love that, I'm willing to give, and it will reach the people that it reaches. And let's say 70% will not let me know that it reaches them, but it still affects their life in a good way. That's all good. That's enough, right? And maybe there's 10% who will actually reach out, letting you know that, but that then again is not what will fill you up about it. It's nice and it's beautiful, but it's not the main reason and the main energy source for something to feel like you are succeeding. And then you have maybe 2% of the negative energy, and you're like, well, you know what? This might actually be a reason why you're like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. The way I'm doing it, I don't want to do it that way anymore, because it just continued to just affect my energy in such a way where I don't even enjoy doing this anymore, when it's not even about that, right? And having those inner conversations like, you know what, I need to make a change. So then I'm just gonna be the moon for a little bit. When the sun turns into the moon for a little bit, it's just like, yeah, here you go. Like, I'm here and I'm shining light, but I'm not giving you my warmth. I'm not, giving you a nice tan. I'm not doing all the most. I'm not giving you your vitamin D either. Go out in the world and find it yourself. It's like understanding that you can still be a little bit of a light, but you don't have to be that complete, mood shifter and all of that. So with the Magician here, you understand that you may or may not have given your personal power away just a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with that, because it happens to the best of us, okay? And you will have seasons when you find yourself doing that a little more than others. But eventually, when you see the light bulb comes on and you start to see like actually what's all in the room, you have a good perception of like, oh, well, damn, I think I need to do some decluttering over here. You pick a personal power, you take your one and you manifest, that new pathway for yourself. You're not afraid to go. Eventually, when you really make a decision, Leo, you stick to it. You're fixed sign, fixed fire. It's like, yes, I'm burning the house down, but I don't want a house now, and I definitely do not want that house in 10 years. So I'm set on this. Like, it's fine. Burn the house down. Just burn it. It's fine. I'm good. I'm good today, and I'm good in 10 years. Okay, now. And you've not with everything, but with certain things, you just know, trust it. Trust your own primal instinct, Leo. It's like one of the signs that are so close to ancestry. It's you. It's like like Beyonce says, to my bloodline on the front line, ready for war. It's like it's in me. It's decoded in me. It's me. It's at the core of me. I don't need nobody come and tell me that that's the core of me as a Leo, right? It's like, well, you guys as a Leo. I'm a Leo, Venus, and Mars. So a little secret, okay? And having my natal Venus retrograding. Okay. It's all good. I'm enjoying the show, okay? All right. I'm going to pick up one more extra. Ooh, there we go. Beautiful. We have the Emperor and the Lovers as your overall energy. It's like dominating the rest of the reading. It's like make a decision from the Emperor point of view. Okay. The Emperor is the leader at heart. Yes, the Emperor is also a chosen leader, but it's chosen by the people because the people know that when we have the Emperor in its place, he will make a decision that will benefit all of our best interests, not just his or her own. The Emperor makes decision based on what's best for everybody involved. Sometimes that is an unpopular decision, but eventually what it does, it brings everyone in the situation the most growth, the most potential to flourish, the most potential for healing. And so I'm sensing that you're making decisions about a or multiple connections in your life with an open heart and and you have everyone's best interest in heart. But sometimes we also have to do the things that bring about a little bit of a disbalance. It brings about, a break in the routine. But eventually, with the Lovers, it could be a Gemini you're dealing with as well, or an Aries energy, maybe sun rising. But eventually, it will just bring you close together. It will have more raw and authentic energy to it. It will be a masculine and a feminine energy in balance, which is the powerhouse of a couple, especially if that couple is within sense of self. Your own masculine, your own feminine, just working together. Very powerful. Okay, one more card because it's your birthday, and I'm just going on and on and on. It's really okay, wait. They understand. I'm not gonna make all the readings this long, but it's your birthday, so here we go. It says, devotion. Your spiritual guidance, your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then it says, you get the Jesus card. Okay, you have Master Jesus. It says, you are on the path of light, Leo. Love and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at this time. Very beautiful. They're letting you know, like, the spirit messages are coming through from your spirit guides. Like, they're letting you know that every step you take on this journey, we're guiding you. We are recognizing your work. You are being valued. It is bringing you more light. It is bringing you to more of a more light feeling of your heart, your soul, your mind, and a more natural, balanced connection between all of those. And overall, you'll be able to just breathe more deeply and connect to that desire that comes from straight from source, like straight from your heart, and taking steps towards that. There's no questioning it. There's no denying it. Like, this is what I want. This is what my heart is guiding me to do. This is what I feel that would really just revitalize my life and how I'm feeling about it, and being able to stand in my own truth and my power, and just empower others by being and embodying this side of myself. All right. So Leos, that's your reading for the month of August. Happy birthday once again. And I'll be back soon. All right. Mwah. Bye, Leos. Bye.